In the vast and arid landscape of the Egyptian desert, near the banks of the life-giving Nile River, stand some of the most awe-inspiring architectural achievements of the ancient world: the pyramids. These massive stone structures, which have survived for millennia, are a testament to the ingenuity, dedication, and spiritual beliefs of an ancient civilization. Rising high above the desert sands, the pyramids served not only as monumental tombs for Egypt's pharaohs, but also as symbols of the pharaohs' divine connection to the gods and their eternal journey into the afterlife. The most famous of these structures, the Great Pyramid of Giza, is a marvel of ancient engineering and remains one of the seven wonders of the ancient world. Built during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu around 2560 BCE, this colossal pyramid was constructed with over 2 million limestone blocks, some weighing as much as 80 tons. Standing at a height of 146 meters, it was the tallest man-made structure in the world for nearly 4,000 years. Even today, the Great Pyramid continues to capture the imagination of people across the globe, drawing visitors to its ancient stones to witness its grandeur. But the story of the pyramids is not just about the towering monuments themselves. It is also about the people who built them, the society that supported such monumental endeavors, and the deep religious significance that drove their construction. For the ancient Egyptians, the pyramids were far more than royal tombs. They were gateways to eternity, designed to ensure the pharaoh's safe passage to the afterlife and eternal union with the gods. The construction of these magnificent structures required not only incredible skill and innovation, but also a profound connection to the spiritual world, where the pharaohs were believed to reside after death. The building of the Great Pyramid and its counterparts was a monumental task, involving thousands of skilled laborers, architects, engineers, and artisans. Contrary to popular myth, these workers were not slaves, but rather a dedicated workforce that took great pride in their role in constructing such monumental structures. They lived in nearby worker villages, where they were provided with food, housing, and medical care, reflecting the importance of their work to the state and to the gods. As we delve into the story of the Great Pyramids, we will explore the incredible planning and organization behind their construction, the techniques used to move massive stones across the desert, and the religious rituals that surrounded the burial of the pharaohs. Through the ingenuity of the ancient Egyptians, these pyramids have stood the test of time, serving as eternal monuments to the power, faith, and vision of a civilization that reached for the heavens. Chapter 1: Pharaohs and Their Eternal Resting Places. In the world of ancient Egypt, the pharaoh was not just a ruler, but a god-king, believed to be the earthly embodiment of Horus, the falcon-headed god of kingship and the sky. Upon death, the pharaoh was expected to ascend to the heavens, where he would take his place among the gods and continue to rule in the afterlife. This belief was central to Egyptian religion and society, and it gave rise to one of the most ambitious architectural endeavors in human history: the construction of the pyramids. The pyramids were designed as eternal resting places for the pharaohs, built to house their bodies and protect their spirits on their journey to the afterlife. These grand tombs were meant to ensure that the pharaohs would have everything they needed in the next world: food, treasure, and sacred items to continue their reign in the divine realm. The scale and precision of these structures reflected the pharaohs' divine status and their desire for immortality. The most famous and impressive of these pyramids is the Great Pyramid of Giza, built for Pharaoh Khufu during Egypt's 4th dynasty, around 2560 BCE. The Great Pyramid is part of a larger complex that includes two other major pyramids, those of Khufu's son, Pharaoh Khafre, and his grandson, Pharaoh Menkaure, along with smaller pyramids for queens, temples, and causeways. The decision to build such monumental structures was deeply tied to the Egyptians' religious beliefs about death and the afterlife. According to Egyptian mythology, the afterlife was a continuation of life on earth, where the pharaoh, having passed through death, would be reborn as a god. The construction of a pyramid was a way to ensure that the pharaoh's transition into this divine realm was smooth, uninterrupted, and eternal. Each pyramid was carefully designed to symbolize the journey from earth to the heavens. Its shape, pointing upward, represented the rays of the sun, which were believed to be a pathway for the pharaoh's soul to ascend to the sky and join the sun, god Ra, the supreme deity in the Egyptian pantheon. The choice of the pyramid shape was not just symbolic, it was also practical. The wide base provided stability, while the smooth, sloping sides allowed the weight of the massive stones to be distributed evenly, preventing collapse. The pyramid's orientation was also critical. The builders aligned the structure with the cardinal points of the compass, ensuring that it faced true north, a feat that required advanced knowledge of astronomy and geometry. This alignment was not only a technical marvel, but also had religious significance, as it connected the pharaoh with the eternal and unchanging stars in the northern sky, which the Egyptians associated with immortality. Pharaoh Khufu's decision to build the Great Pyramid was a reflection of his ambition and desire to assert his divine status both in life and after death. As the largest of all the pyramids, Khufu's monument was designed to be a visible, enduring testament to his power, ensuring that his name and legacy would live on for eternity. The Great Pyramid originally stood at 146 meters, 481 feet tall, making it the tallest man-made structure in the world for nearly 4,000 years. However, the construction of a pyramid was not solely for the pharaoh's benefit. It was also a communal and religious act that involved the entire society. The building of the Great Pyramid required tens of thousands of workers, stone cutters, laborers, engineers, and architects who were organized into highly efficient teams. Contrary to popular belief, these workers were not slaves, but skilled laborers who took great pride in their work. They lived in nearby worker villages and were well fed, housed, and provided with medical care. This workforce was vital to the success of the project, and the construction of the pyramids was as much an act of devotion as it was a display of royal power. The construction of the pyramids was also a demonstration of the pharaoh's ability to harness the resources and manpower of the state. It required careful planning and organization, as well as an understanding of engineering and logistics. The blocks used to build the pyramids were quarried from nearby limestone cliffs and transported across the desert using sledges and ramps. Some of the larger blocks, particularly those used in the inner chambers of the pyramid, weighed up to 80 tons. Moving these blocks required not only physical strength, but also ingenuity and coordination. The entire process of constructing the pyramid was steeped in religious significance. Before the construction began, rituals and ceremonies were performed to ensure that the gods favored the project. Offerings were made to the gods, and sacred texts were inscribed on the walls of the burial chambers to protect the pharaoh in the afterlife. The pyramid itself was seen as a sacred space, where the pharaoh would be transformed into a god and join the divine realm. Once the pyramid was completed, the pharaoh's body was carefully prepared for burial. The process of mummification, which took 70 days, was a critical part of ensuring the pharaoh's transition to the afterlife. His organs were removed and placed in canopic jars, while his body was treated with oils and wrapped in linen bandages. The mummified body was then placed in a series of nested coffins, which were in turn placed inside a stone sarcophagus in the burial chamber deep within the pyramid. The burial chamber, located near the heart of the pyramid, was designed to be a sanctuary for the pharaoh's body, protected from grave robbers and the forces of nature. The walls of the chamber were often inscribed with sacred texts from the Book of the Dead, which provided instructions for navigating the afterlife and overcoming obstacles on the journey to the realm of the gods. The pyramid was not just a tomb, but a complex that included mortuary temples and causeways that connected the pyramid to the Nile River. These temples were used for rituals and offerings to the pharaoh's spirit, ensuring that he would be sustained in the afterlife. Priests performed these rituals daily, providing food, drink, and prayers to the deceased pharaoh. The Causeway, a long, raised road that stretched from the pyramid to the river, was symbolic of the pharaoh's journey from the land of the living to the realm of the dead. Thus, the Great Pyramid and its counterparts were not merely grand tombs. They were sacred monuments designed to guarantee the eternal life of the pharaohs. They embodied the Egyptians' deep belief in the afterlife and their conviction that the pharaoh, as a divine being, would live on forever in the company of the gods. These towering structures, built with precision and devotion, were a physical manifestation of the pharaoh's quest for immortality, and they continue to inspire awe and wonder thousands of years later. Chapter 2. The Workers and Their Lives. The construction of the Great Pyramids, including the awe-inspiring Pyramid of Khufu, stands as one of the greatest achievements in human history. It is often easy to imagine these colossal monuments as the work of a forgotten labor force, toiling under the scorching Egyptian sun, enslaved to the will of the pharaohs. However, modern archaeological research has revealed a much more nuanced and fascinating story about the people who built these masterpieces. The truth is far more complex, and, in many ways, more human. Far from being a mass of enslaved workers, the pyramid builders were highly skilled laborers, artisans, engineers, and craftsmen. These men, and women in some cases, dedicated their lives to constructing the eternal resting places of the pharaohs. They were paid for their work, fed well, provided with medical care, and housed in nearby villages, all organized by the state. These workers were not simply building tombs. They were fulfilling a sacred task that connected them to the divine, and their work was seen as a service not only to the pharaoh, but to the gods themselves. The workforce. Skilled laborers, not slaves. The idea that the pyramids were built by slaves has persisted for centuries, but this notion is largely a myth. Archaeological evidence shows that the workforce consisted of tens of thousands of laborers who were organized into highly efficient teams, often working on a rotating basis. These laborers were likely recruited from the general population of Egypt, particularly from the agricultural class. The building of the pyramids was seen as a national project, and many workers viewed it as an honor to contribute to the construction of these monumental structures. The laborers worked in a well-organized system, often divided into gangs or crews, each responsible for different aspects of the construction process. Some teams were in charge of quarrying the limestone blocks, while others transported them across the desert to the construction site. Still, others were responsible for positioning the massive stones with precision. These workers had specific skills, and they took great pride in their roles. The fact that many of their names have been found inscribed on the stones and in the workers' villages suggests that they were far from anonymous laborers. They wanted their contributions to be remembered. One of the key findings that has changed our understanding of the workforce is the discovery of the workers' villages near the Giza Plateau. These settlements were home to the laborers who built the pyramids, and they reveal a great deal about the conditions in which the workers lived. The villages contained well-constructed houses, communal bakeries, breweries, and medical facilities. The remains of meat, bread, and fish found in these villages indicate that the workers were well fed, consuming a diet rich in protein to sustain them during the physically demanding work of pyramid construction. The workers were also provided with medical care, as evidenced by the remains of healed fractures and surgical procedures found in burial sites. This suggests that the workers were highly valued by the state, and their well-being was a priority. Injuries were inevitable given the dangerous nature of the work, but the presence of skilled doctors and surgeons in the workers' villages reflects the importance of keeping the labor force healthy and productive. Life in the workers' villages. The workers who built the Great Pyramids lived in purpose-built villages close to the construction site. These villages were highly organized, with rows of mud brick houses arranged in a grid-like pattern. Each house was simple but functional, providing shelter and a communal living space for the laborers. The houses often had small courtyards where workers could relax after a long day, and communal kitchens where food was prepared in large quantities to feed the entire village. The workers were provided with a steady supply of food, which was essential given the physical demands of their work. The state ensured that the workers had access to bread, meat, fish, vegetables, and beer, a staple in the Egyptian diet. Large-scale bakeries and breweries have been discovered in the workers' villages, indicating that the production of food was carefully managed to support the labor force. The organization of the villages also reflects the division of labor among the workers. Different sections of the village housed different groups of workers, such as stone masons, carpenters, and quarrymen. Each group had its own specialized role in the construction process, and their homes were arranged to reflect the hierarchy within the workforce. In addition to their living quarters, the workers' villages contained communal facilities, such as bakeries, workshops, and storage areas for tools and materials. These facilities were essential to the smooth operation of the construction site, ensuring that the workers had everything they needed to complete their tasks efficiently. The workforce behind the stones, artisans and engineers. While much attention is often given to the laborers who cut and moved the massive stones, the construction of the pyramids would not have been possible without the contributions of highly skilled artisans, architects, and engineers. These individuals were responsible for the detailed planning and precision required to build the pyramids, ensuring that each block was placed perfectly to create the smooth, sloping sides of the structure. Egyptian architects were master planners, and they used advanced mathematics and geometry to design the pyramids. The alignment of the Great Pyramid of Giza with the cardinal points of the compass is a testament to the engineers' knowledge of astronomy and their ability to translate this knowledge into a practical building plan. The pyramid's base is perfectly square, and the sides are aligned with incredible precision, despite the lack of modern surveying tools. The architects achieved this by carefully observing the stars and using simple yet effective tools, such as ropes and plumb bobs, to guide the construction process. The artisans who worked on the pyramids were equally important. Skilled stonemasons carved the massive limestone blocks that made up the pyramid's exterior, ensuring that each block fit tightly against the next. These masons also created the intricate carvings and inscriptions found in the pyramid's burial chambers, which were intended to guide the pharaoh on his journey to the afterlife. The precision with which these carvings were executed reflects the artisans' mastery of their craft and their deep understanding of the religious significance of their work. A sense of purpose. For the workers, the construction of the pyramids was not just a job, it was a spiritual duty. The pharaoh was seen as a living god, and his pyramid was not merely a tomb, but a sacred monument that connected the world of the living to the realm of the gods. The workers believed that by building the pharaoh's pyramid, they were helping to ensure his safe passage into the afterlife, where he would continue to protect and guide Egypt. This sense of purpose infused their work with meaning, and many of the workers viewed their role as an honor rather than a burden. The pyramids were not only monuments to the pharaohs, but also to the collective effort of the people who built them. The organization, skill, and dedication of the workforce allowed the Egyptians to accomplish what seemed impossible: to move millions of tons of stone across the desert and construct some of the largest and most enduring structures in human history. The fact that these pyramids still stand today, thousands of years after they were built, is a testament to the workers' skill, determination, and belief in the divine mission they were carrying out. Chapter 3. The Engineering Marvel. The Great Pyramids of Giza, particularly the Pyramid of Khufu, stand as enduring symbols of architectural genius and human ingenuity. The sheer scale and precision with which these massive stone structures were built continue to astonish modern engineers and architects. For the ancient Egyptians, the construction of a pyramid was not merely a physical task. It was a profound act of creation that required an unparalleled understanding of geometry, astronomy, and engineering. At the heart of this engineering marvel was an intricate system of planning, organization, and craftsmanship. From the quarrying of limestone blocks to the final placement of the capstone at the pyramid's peak, every step of the process was carefully calculated and executed with remarkable precision. The builders of the pyramids relied on a combination of simple yet effective tools, innovative techniques, and a deep understanding of mathematics to create structures that have withstood the test of time for over 4,500 years. The quarrying and transport of stones. The first step in constructing a pyramid was to source the massive stone blocks that would form its core and outer casing. The primary material used in the construction of the Great Pyramid of Khufu was limestone, which was quarried from the nearby limestone cliffs on the Giza Plateau. The outer casing, which originally gleamed white and reflected the sun's rays, was made from high-quality Tura limestone, while the interior stones were quarried locally. Some of the granite blocks used in the burial chamber were sourced from quarries in Aswan, over 800 kilometers away. Quarrying these enormous blocks, some weighing as much as 80 tons, was no small feat. Workers used copper tools, chisels, hammers, and saws to cut the stone from the bedrock. The process was labor-intensive, requiring skilled workers to carefully extract the blocks without damaging them. Once the blocks were cut, they had to be transported across the desert to the construction site. This presented a significant challenge, as there were no wheeled vehicles or modern machinery available. To move these massive stones, the Egyptians employed sledges, large wooden platforms on which the blocks were placed. Teams of workers would pull the sledges across the sand, often lubricating the path with water to reduce friction. For the larger blocks, ramps made of mud brick or limestone chippings were constructed, allowing the workers to drag the stones uphill to the pyramid site. The use of ramps was a key innovation, and several types of ramps were employed during different stages of construction, including straight ramps, zigzagging ramps, and spiral ramps that wound around the pyramid as it grew taller. Moving the stones was a physically demanding task, but it was accomplished through careful planning and teamwork. Archaeologists have found evidence of ramps, sledges, and construction tools near the pyramids, confirming the methods used by the ancient Egyptians to overcome the challenges of transporting such heavy materials. The precision of construction. One of the most remarkable aspects of the Great Pyramid is the precision with which it was built. The pyramid's base is nearly perfectly square, with each side measuring approximately 230 meters in length. The difference between the longest and shortest sides is less than 20 centimeters, a level of accuracy that is astonishing, considering the primitive tools available to the builders. The pyramid's corners are aligned almost perfectly with the cardinal points of the compass, further demonstrating the Egyptians' advanced understanding of geometry and astronomy. The precision required to achieve such alignment and accuracy was no accident. The ancient Egyptians were master surveyors, using tools such as plumb bobs, leveling instruments, and sighting rods to ensure that the pyramid was built on a level foundation. The Giza Plateau itself was carefully selected for its stable bedrock, which provided a solid base for the massive structure. Before construction began, the site was leveled and prepared using a grid system to ensure that the pyramid's base would be perfectly square. The interior of the pyramid was constructed with equal precision. The burial chamber, located deep within the pyramid, was built from massive granite blocks that had to be placed with extreme care to support the weight of the structure above. The corridors and passageways leading to the burial chamber were designed to be both functional and symbolic, representing the pharaoh's journey to the afterlife. Some of these passageways were deliberately angled to align with specific stars or constellations, further emphasizing the pyramid's connection to the heavens. Innovative techniques. The use of ramps and levers. One of the most significant challenges faced by the builders of the Great Pyramid was how to raise the massive stone blocks to the upper levels of the structure. As the pyramid grew taller, the difficulty of moving the stones increased, requiring innovative solutions to ensure that the blocks could be placed accurately. The most widely accepted theory is that the Egyptians used a system of ramps to move the stones into place. These ramps were constructed from mud brick, limestone, and gypsum, and they provided a gradual incline that allowed the workers to drag the blocks up to the higher levels. The ramps were likely extended as the pyramid rose, allowing the workers to maintain a steady flow of materials to the construction site. There were several different types of ramps used during the construction process. Early on, a straight ramp may have been used to transport the stones to the lower levels of the pyramid. As the pyramid grew taller, a zigzagging ramp or a spiral ramp could have been employed, wrapping around the sides of the pyramid and allowing the workers to reach the upper levels. These ramps would have been supported by wooden beams or stone buttresses to prevent collapse under the weight of the stones. In addition to ramps, the builders likely used levers to position the blocks with precision. Once a block had been dragged to the correct location, levers made from wooden beams were used to lift and adjust the stone into its final position. This process required a great deal of coordination and communication among the workers, as even the slightest misalignment could compromise the structural integrity of the pyramid. The use of ramps and levers allowed the Egyptians to construct the pyramid with remarkable efficiency. Despite the massive scale of the project, the Great Pyramid was completed in approximately 20 years, a testament to the builders' skill, organization, and innovative techniques. The capstone, the final touch. The final step in the construction of the Great Pyramid was the placement of the capstone, a smooth, pyramid-shaped stone that crowned the top of the structure. The capstone, often made from highly polished limestone or granite, was symbolic of the pyramid's connection to the sun and the gods. Its reflective surface would have caught the sunlight, shining brightly and signaling the pyramid's completion. The placement of the capstone was a highly ceremonial event, marking the end of years of labor and the fulfillment of the pharaoh's vision. It is believed that priests and high-ranking officials would have been present to oversee the final stages of construction, performing rituals and offering prayers to ensure that the pharaoh's journey to the afterlife would be successful. The original capstone of the Great Pyramid has long since disappeared, likely looted in antiquity, along with much of the pyramid's outer casing. However, the significance of this final piece remains, representing the completion of a monument that would stand for eternity. The lasting impact of Egyptian engineering. The construction of the Great Pyramids was a feat of engineering that has captivated the world for millennia. The techniques developed by the ancient Egyptians, quarrying, transporting, and positioning massive stone blocks with incredible precision, were unparalleled in the ancient world. Their understanding of geometry, astronomy, and engineering allowed them to build structures that have withstood the test of time, surviving earthquakes, erosion, and the passage of thousands of years. The legacy of the pyramid builders is not only one of architectural achievement, but also of human determination and innovation. The pyramids are a testament to the Egyptians' ability to overcome immense challenges, using the tools and knowledge available to them to create some of the most iconic monuments in human history. Today, the Great Pyramid of Giza remains one of the most recognizable symbols of ancient Egypt, drawing millions of visitors from around the world. As we continue to study and learn from these ancient structures, we gain a deeper appreciation for the skill and ingenuity of the people who built them, a workforce that, through careful planning, teamwork, and dedication, achieved the seemingly impossible. Chapter 4. The Pyramid Complex and Rituals. The Great Pyramid of Giza, as magnificent as it is, was not built in isolation. It was part of a grand and sacred complex designed to serve the pharaoh's journey to the afterlife. The pyramid itself was the focal point, but the surrounding structures, temples, and causeways played an equally important role in ensuring that the pharaoh's passage from the mortal realm to the divine was secure. The pyramid complex at Giza included not only the Great Pyramid, but also smaller pyramids for queens, mortuary temples, causeways, and satellite pyramids, all carefully constructed and aligned according to religious and astronomical principles. Each element of the complex had a distinct role in the spiritual life of the pyramid, and in the rituals that surrounded the burial of the pharaoh. The mortuary and valley temples, sacred sites for the pharaoh's journey. At the heart of the pyramid complex was the mortuary temple, a sacred structure built adjacent to the pyramid. This temple was dedicated to the pharaoh's spirit and served as the central place where priests performed rituals and made offerings to the deceased ruler. The mortuary temple was more than just a place of worship. It was a conduit between the living world and the afterlife. In these temples, priests would offer food, drink, and sacred objects to ensure that the pharaoh was sustained in his journey through the afterlife. The design of the mortuary temple reflected its sacred purpose. The temples were often decorated with intricate carvings and reliefs that depicted the pharaoh in his divine form, being received by the gods. Scenes of offerings, prayers, and rituals adorned the walls, showing the continual devotion of the living to the spirit of the deceased ruler. These rituals were not only important for the pharaoh's well-being in the afterlife, but were also believed to ensure the prosperity of Egypt itself, as the pharaoh's divine power was thought to protect and guide the nation. In addition to the mortuary temple, the pyramid complex also included a valley temple, located at the edge of the Nile floodplain. This temple was connected to the pyramid by a long, covered causeway, often adorned with reliefs and carvings that depicted the journey of the pharaoh's spirit from the living world to the realm of the gods. The Valley Temple played a critical role in the funerary rituals that took place before the pharaoh's burial. It was here that the body of the deceased ruler was prepared for its final journey to the pyramid. The Valley Temple was a place of purification and transformation. The most important ritual that took place here was the opening of the mouth ceremony, in which the mouth of the deceased pharaoh's statue or mummy was symbolically opened, allowing him to breathe and speak in the afterlife. This ceremony was believed to restore the pharaoh's senses, ensuring that he could see, hear, and taste in the afterlife. The Valley Temple, like the mortuary temple, was a place of deep religious significance, serving as the point of transition from the earthly realm to the divine. The Causeway, a path to the divine. One of the most striking features of the pyramid complex was the Causeway, a long, covered walkway that connected the Valley Temple to the mortuary temple and the pyramid itself. These causeways often stretched for hundreds of meters, rising gently from the valley floor to the elevated plateau where the pyramids stood. The causeways were symbolic of the pharaoh's journey from the land of the living to the realm of the dead. The construction of the causeways was itself an engineering achievement. Built with stone and often covered with a roof, the causeways were designed to protect the sacred processions that took place along them. The walls of the causeways were often decorated with carvings and reliefs that depicted the pharaoh's accomplishments, his connection to the gods, and the rituals performed in his honor. During the pharaoh's funeral, his body would be transported along the causeway from the Valley Temple to the mortuary temple, where the final rites would be performed before his interment in the pyramid. This journey was both literal and symbolic, representing the pharaoh's passage from life to death, from king to god. The causeway was a sacred path, reserved for the pharaoh and his divine journey, and it connected the world of the living to the eternal world of the gods. The pyramid and the burial chamber, a gateway to the stars. The pyramid itself, though imposing and monumental, was not just a tomb. It was designed as a gateway to the afterlife, linking the pharaoh with the divine forces of the universe. The internal structure of the Great Pyramid was carefully planned, with passageways and chambers aligned with key celestial bodies, reflecting the Egyptians' belief that the pharaoh would ascend to the heavens and join the stars. The burial chamber of the pharaoh, located deep within the pyramid, was the most sacred space in the entire complex. This chamber housed the pharaoh's sarcophagus, which held his mummified body, and it was here that his journey to the afterlife began. The chamber was built to withstand the immense weight of the pyramid above, and the walls were often adorned with religious texts and carvings that depicted the pharaoh's journey to the afterlife. Above the burial chamber in the Great Pyramid were several relieving chambers, designed to distribute the weight of the stone blocks and prevent the chamber from collapsing. The precision with which these chambers were built demonstrates the remarkable engineering skills of the ancient Egyptians, who understood the need to balance the structure's immense weight while ensuring the sanctity of the burial chamber. In addition to the burial chamber, the pyramid contained a series of corridors and passageways that were deliberately aligned with specific stars or constellations. The most famous of these is the air shaft, leading from the burial chamber to the outside of the pyramid, which some scholars believe was aligned with the constellation Orion. In Egyptian mythology, Orion represented the god Osiris, the lord of the underworld and the god of resurrection. By aligning the pyramid with Orion, the Egyptians ensured that the pharaoh would be guided to the realm of Osiris, where he would be reborn as a god. Rituals and offerings, ensuring the pharaoh's eternal life. The construction of the pyramid complex was only the beginning of the pharaoh's journey to the afterlife. After the pharaoh's body was placed in the burial chamber, a series of rituals and offerings were conducted to ensure his safe passage and his eternal sustenance. Priests, serving as intermediaries between the living and the dead, performed daily rituals in the mortuary temple to provide the pharaoh with food, drink, and other necessities for the afterlife. The mortuary temple was a hive of religious activity, with priests offering bread, beer, meat, and incense to the pharaoh's spirit. These offerings were not merely symbolic. They were believed to be essential for the pharaoh's survival in the afterlife. The ritual of offering food and drink ensured that the pharaoh would never go hungry or thirsty in the next world, while the burning of incense purified the space and protected the pharaoh from malevolent forces. In addition to food and drink, the pharaoh was often buried with a vast array of treasures and personal items, including jewelry, weapons, and statues of servants. These items were meant to accompany the pharaoh in the afterlife, providing him with everything he would need to continue his rule in the divine realm. The walls of the burial chamber were inscribed with sacred texts, including spells and prayers from the Book of the Dead, which provided instructions for navigating the afterlife and overcoming the obstacles that awaited the pharaoh on his journey to immortality. The role of the stars in the pharaoh's ascension. The Great Pyramids were not just monumental tombs, they were celestial gateways. The ancient Egyptians believed that the pharaoh's soul would ascend to the stars after his death, where he would join the gods and take his place in the heavens. This belief is reflected in the precise alignment of the pyramids with certain stars and constellations, particularly those associated with Osiris and the afterlife. The Great Pyramid of Khufu, for example, is aligned almost perfectly with the cardinal points of the compass, and its internal corridors are thought to be aligned with the constellation Orion, which was closely associated with Osiris. This alignment was not accidental. The Egyptians believed that the pharaoh's soul would travel through the pyramid's corridors and ascend to the stars, where he would join Osiris and become a god. The celestial alignment of the pyramids also reflected the Egyptians' broader understanding of the cosmos. They believed that the heavens were a mirror of the earth, and that the stars represented the eternal realm of the gods. By aligning the pyramid with the stars, the Egyptians ensured that the pharaoh would be guided to his rightful place among the gods, where he would reign for all eternity. Chapter 5. The Enduring Legacy of the Pyramids. For over 4,500 years, the Great Pyramids of Giza have stood as icons of ancient Egypt and as symbols of human ingenuity, determination, and faith. These massive stone structures, constructed with primitive tools yet unmatched precision, have inspired awe in generations of people from around the world. The pyramids are not only architectural wonders, but also enduring testaments to the beliefs, values, and aspirations of one of the most advanced civilizations of the ancient world. The lasting significance of the pyramids lies not only in their size and scale, but in the profound cultural and religious meaning they carried for the Egyptians. These structures were far more than royal tombs. They were the physical embodiment of the pharaoh's divine power and the Egyptians' belief in eternal life. To the ancient Egyptians, the pyramids represented the pharaoh's ability to transcend death and join the gods, ensuring the continuation of cosmic order and harmony. Today, the Great Pyramids are recognized as one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, and remain the only one still standing. Their endurance through the ages has made them a focal point for historians, archaeologists, and travelers, all seeking to understand how such monumental feats of construction were achieved. As modern technology has advanced, new methods of analysis have revealed even more about the techniques used by the ancient builders, deepening our appreciation for their skill and ingenuity. A monument to human achievement. The sheer scale of the Great Pyramid of Giza is perhaps its most striking feature. Standing at an original height of 146 meters, now 138 meters due to the loss of the outer casing stones and capstone, it was the tallest man-made structure in the world for nearly 4,000 years. The pyramid was built with over 2 million limestone blocks, some weighing as much as 80 tons, and its base covers 13 acres of land. Despite its immense size, the Great Pyramid was constructed with astonishing precision, with its sides aligned almost perfectly to the cardinal points of the compass. The methods used to achieve this level of precision are still the subject of much study and debate. Modern archaeologists and engineers have marveled at the Egyptians' understanding of geometry, mathematics, and astronomy, which allowed them to construct a structure so accurately aligned with the stars and the natural world. The use of simple tools, plumb bobs, ropes, and sighting rods, combined with the careful observation of celestial bodies, enabled the builders to achieve a level of precision that rivals modern construction techniques. But beyond the technical marvels of the pyramids, the human achievement behind their construction is equally impressive. The workforce that built the pyramids, numbering in the tens of thousands, was organized into highly efficient teams with workers specializing in quarrying, transportation, stone masonry, and engineering. These laborers were not slaves, but skilled craftsmen and artisans who took pride in their work, and the state provided them with food, housing, and medical care. The building of the pyramids was a monumental national project that required careful coordination, planning, and resources, reflecting the strength of Egypt's centralized government and its ability to mobilize the population for a shared purpose. cultural significance, and religious beliefs. The pyramids were not only grand monuments to the pharaohs, but also expressions of the Egyptian worldview. Central to this worldview was the belief in Ma'at, a concept that represented order, balance, and harmony in the universe. The pharaoh, as the divine ruler, was responsible for maintaining Ma'at both in life and in death. The construction of the pyramids was an essential part of this responsibility, as they were designed to ensure that the pharaoh's soul would achieve eternal life and continue to uphold the cosmic order from the afterlife. The shape of the pyramids themselves had deep religious significance. The pyramid's pointed shape was symbolic of the rays of the sun, which the Egyptians believed provided a pathway for the pharaoh's soul to ascend to the heavens and join the sun god Ra. The alignment of the pyramids with the stars, particularly the constellation Orion, was another reflection of the Egyptians' belief that the pharaoh would join the gods after death, specifically Osiris, the god of the afterlife and resurrection. The religious rituals that surrounded the construction and use of the pyramids were equally important. From the mortuary and valley temples to the daily offerings made to the pharaoh's spirit, the Egyptians believed that the pharaoh's well-being in the afterlife was essential to the continued prosperity of Egypt. The pyramids were not just tombs. They were living monuments that required constant care and attention from the priesthood, ensuring that the pharaoh's spirit would remain strong and protective of the land. The mystique of the pyramids, legends, and theories. Throughout history, the Great Pyramids have inspired countless legends, theories, and mysteries. Ancient Greek historians, including Herodotus, marveled at the pyramids and passed down stories of their construction, often mixing fact with myth. Over the centuries, the pyramids have been the subject of speculation, with many wondering how such massive structures could have been built with the limited technology available to the ancient Egyptians. Some of the most enduring legends surrounding the pyramids include stories of hidden treasures buried deep within their walls, protected by curses that would befall anyone who dared to disturb the pharaoh's tomb. While modern archaeology has debunked many of these myths, the allure of the pyramids as mysterious and sacred places remains strong. Even today, the pyramids continue to captivate the imagination of people around the world, serving as a symbol of the power and mystery of ancient Egypt. In recent years, advances in technology have allowed archaeologists to gain new insights into how the pyramids were built and what lies beneath their surfaces. Ground-penetrating radar, 3D modeling, and other modern techniques have revealed previously unknown chambers and passageways within the pyramids, adding to their mystique and providing new avenues for research. Despite these technological advancements, many questions about the pyramids remain unanswered, and the exact methods used to construct them continue to be a topic of debate. This enduring sense of mystery only adds to the pyramid's status as one of the greatest wonders of the ancient world. The pyramids today, guardians of Egypt's past. Today, the Great Pyramids stand as silent guardians of Egypt's past, drawing millions of visitors from around the world each year. Despite centuries of weathering, looting, and natural disasters, the pyramids remain remarkably well preserved, offering a glimpse into the world of ancient Egypt and the incredible achievements of its people. For modern Egyptians, the pyramids are more than just ancient relics. They are a source of national pride and cultural identity. The pyramids symbolize Egypt's long and rich history, its contributions to human civilization, and its enduring connection to the past. As visitors from across the globe flock to Giza to stand in the shadow of these monumental structures, they are reminded of the incredible legacy of the ancient Egyptians and their vision of eternal life. As we continue to study the pyramids, we gain not only a deeper understanding of how they were built, but also a greater appreciation for the society that created them. The Great Pyramids of Giza are more than just architectural marvels. They are a testament to the power of human imagination, the desire for immortality, and the belief that even in death, greatness can endure forever. Chapter 6. The Timeless Mystique of the Pyramids. Even after more than 4 millennia, the pyramids of Egypt continue to captivate the imagination of people worldwide. Their grandeur, the mystery surrounding their construction, and their purpose as both tombs and spiritual monuments have led them to become some of the most studied and visited structures on Earth. Yet, despite the advancements in archaeology and technology, the Great Pyramids still guard many of their secrets, shrouded in an aura of wonder and intrigue. Throughout history, the pyramids have inspired countless legends and theories, some of which have evolved into modern-day speculations. Their colossal size, their nearly flawless precision, and their apparent alignment with celestial bodies have fueled imaginations and given rise to numerous explanations, both plausible and far-fetched, regarding their origins, purpose, and the methods used to build them. The alignment with the stars, celestial connections. One of the most fascinating aspects of the Great Pyramid of Giza is its precise alignment with the cardinal points of the compass. The pyramid is almost perfectly aligned with true north, an incredible achievement considering the lack of modern surveying tools. This alignment is not accidental. It reflects the ancient Egyptians' deep understanding of astronomy and their belief that the pharaoh, upon death, would ascend to the heavens and join the gods among the stars. In particular, the Great Pyramid's alignment with the constellation Orion has attracted much attention. In Egyptian mythology, Orion was associated with Osiris, the god of the afterlife, resurrection, and the eternal cycle of life and death. The ancient Egyptians believed that the pharaoh would become one with Osiris after death, and that his soul would travel to the stars, where he would rule alongside the gods. The alignment of the pyramids with Orion's belt has led some scholars to propose that the layout of the 3 main pyramids at Giza mirrors the positions of the 3 stars in Orion's belt. This idea, known as the Orion correlation theory, suggests that the pyramids were intentionally aligned with the stars to create a symbolic link between the pharaoh and the cosmos, reinforcing the pharaoh's divine status and his journey to the afterlife. While the exact details of this alignment remain a subject of debate, there is no doubt that the pyramids were built with a strong focus on celestial and cosmological symbolism. The ancient Egyptians believed that the heavens were a mirror of the earth, and that the pharaoh's pyramid was a bridge between the 2 realms, ensuring his eternal place among the stars. Theories and speculations. How were the pyramids built? The construction of the Great Pyramids remains one of the most remarkable feats of engineering in human history, and it has long been a source of fascination and speculation. How did the ancient Egyptians, with only rudimentary tools and without the aid of modern machinery, move millions of massive stone blocks across the desert and build such perfectly aligned structures? Over the centuries, many theories have been proposed to explain how the pyramids were built. The most widely accepted theory is that the Egyptians used ramps to move the stone blocks into place. These ramps may have been straight, zigzagging, or spiral, allowing the workers to drag the stones up to the higher levels of the pyramid. The use of wooden sledges, lubricated with water or oil, would have reduced the friction and made it easier to move the heavy blocks across the sand. Another intriguing theory suggests that the stones were moved using a series of levers and counterweights, allowing the workers to lift and position the blocks with greater precision. Recent discoveries of ramps and pulley systems at ancient construction sites provide further evidence of the Egyptians' advanced engineering skills and their ability to solve complex logistical challenges. In addition to these practical explanations, there have also been more speculative theories. Some have suggested that the pyramids were built with the help of extraterrestrials, pointing to the precision of the structures as evidence that an ancient civilization could not have achieved such feats without outside assistance. While these theories are not supported by mainstream archaeology, they highlight the enduring sense of wonder and mystery that surrounds the pyramids. Regardless of the methods used, the construction of the pyramids was an extraordinary achievement, requiring meticulous planning, coordination, and a deep understanding of materials, geometry, and astronomy. The fact that the pyramids have survived for thousands of years, enduring earthquakes, erosion, and the ravages of time, is a testament to the skill and ingenuity of the people who built them. The Pyramid Builders, honoring their legacy. In recent years, archaeological discoveries have shed new light on the lives of the people who built the pyramids. Excavations of workers' villages near the Giza Plateau have revealed that the laborers who constructed the pyramids were not slaves, as once believed, but skilled craftsmen and laborers who were well fed, housed, and cared for by the state. These workers took great pride in their role in constructing the Pharaoh's eternal resting place, viewing it as both an honor and a sacred duty. The workers' villages were highly organized, with rows of houses, communal kitchens, bakeries, and breweries. The remains of bread, meat, and fish found in these settlements indicate that the workers were provided with a diet rich in protein to sustain them during the physically demanding work. Medical care was also available, as evidenced by the remains of healed fractures and surgical procedures found among the workers' remains. The discovery of these settlements has helped to humanize the people who built the pyramids, revealing that they were not anonymous laborers, but individuals with families, lives, and skills. Their contributions were vital to the success of the project, and their hard work and dedication have left a lasting legacy that continues to be admired and respected today. The pyramids in modern times, a symbol of Egypt's enduring legacy. In modern times, the Great Pyramids have become synonymous with Egypt itself, serving as a symbol of the country's rich cultural heritage and its place as one of the world's oldest and most advanced civilizations. The pyramids are visited by millions of tourists each year, who come to stand in awe before these ancient monuments and to experience firsthand the majesty of Egypt's past. For many Egyptians, the pyramids are a source of national pride, representing their ancestors' incredible achievements and their contributions to human civilization. The pyramids have also become a focal point for archaeological research, with ongoing excavations and studies continuing to reveal new insights into the lives of the people who built them and the society that supported their construction. As we learn more about the pyramids, we gain a deeper understanding of the values, beliefs, and aspirations of the ancient Egyptians. The pyramids are not just tombs. They are a reflection of a civilization's desire for immortality, a belief in the power of the divine, and a testament to what can be achieved through human ingenuity and determination. The mystique endures. Despite the wealth of knowledge we have gained about the Great Pyramids, they continue to inspire a sense of wonder and mystery. Their sheer size, precision, and alignment with the stars make them more than just architectural achievements. They are a gateway to the ancient world, inviting us to explore the beliefs, knowledge, and ambitions of the people who built them. The Great Pyramid of Giza, in particular, remains one of the most enigmatic structures ever built. Its internal passageways, chambers, and shafts are still the subject of much study, and new discoveries continue to be made using advanced technology, such as ground-penetrating radar and thermal imaging. Each new discovery adds another layer to our understanding of the pyramid and the civilization that created it. Yet the sense of mystery remains. The pyramids are more than just historical relics. They are living monuments that continue to speak to us across the ages. They remind us of the enduring power of human creativity, the desire to reach beyond the limits of life, and the belief that even in death, greatness can endure forever. Chapter 7. The Pyramids and Their Impact on Modern Science and Exploration. The Great Pyramids of Giza have not only stood the test of time as ancient monuments, but have also played a significant role in shaping modern science, exploration, and the field of archaeology. From the moment European explorers and scholars first laid eyes on these colossal structures, they have been both a source of inspiration and a driving force behind the development of various scientific disciplines. As the mysteries of the pyramids continue to unfold, they remind us of how the quest for knowledge, both in ancient times and today, can fuel innovation and progress. The birth of Egyptology. Understanding the ancient world. The pyramids, along with other monumental remains of ancient Egypt, became the focus of scientific inquiry in the 19th century, sparking the birth of Egyptology. Although European travelers had marveled at Egypt's ancient ruins for centuries, it wasn't until Napoleon Bonaparte's expedition to Egypt in 1798 that systematic efforts were made to study the pyramids and other ancient sites. Napoleon brought with him a team of scholars and scientists who meticulously documented and studied the architecture, artifacts, and inscriptions of Egypt's ancient monuments. The publication of these findings in Description de l'Égypte ignited a wave of fascination with Egypt across Europe, leading to the development of Egyptology as an academic discipline. Scholars, architects, and archaeologists sought to unlock the secrets of the pyramids, driven by both scientific curiosity and the desire to uncover the history of one of the world's earliest and most advanced civilizations. The translation of the Rosetta Stone in 1822, which allowed scholars to decipher Egyptian hieroglyphs for the first time, was a pivotal moment in this quest. The ability to read the inscriptions on the walls of temples and tombs provided invaluable insight into the religious beliefs, rituals, and construction methods of the ancient Egyptians. For the first time, the stories of the pharaohs, their monumental projects, and the workers who built the pyramids could be understood in their own words. The development of Egyptology not only allowed scholars to study the pyramids in greater detail, but also transformed our understanding of ancient history. Through excavation, documentation, and the careful analysis of artifacts, Archaeologists have pieced together the story of the pyramids and the society that created them. The systematic exploration of these ancient structures laid the foundation for modern archaeology, emphasizing the importance of careful excavation and the use of scientific methods to uncover the past. Technological advances, revealing the pyramids' secrets. In recent decades, advancements in technology have revolutionized the study of the pyramids, allowing archaeologists to explore and analyze these ancient structures in ways that were previously unimaginable. These technologies have provided new insights into how the pyramids were constructed, what lies within them, and how they have survived for thousands of years. One of the most significant technological developments in the study of the pyramids is the use of ground-penetrating radar, GPR, and other remote sensing techniques. GPR allows archaeologists to detect what lies beneath the surface of the ground without the need for invasive excavation. This technology has revealed hidden chambers, passageways, and structures beneath the pyramids that had gone unnoticed for centuries. It has also provided a clearer picture of the construction techniques used by the ancient Egyptians, showing how they built such massive structures without modern machinery. Thermal imaging has also been used to detect temperature variations in the stones of the pyramids. These variations can indicate the presence of voids or cavities within the structure, suggesting that there may be hidden chambers that have yet to be explored. In 2015, thermal scanning of the Great Pyramid of Giza revealed several anomalies, including temperature differences that may point to previously unknown internal structures. One of the most groundbreaking discoveries in recent years was the identification of a large, empty void within the Great Pyramid. This void, discovered in 2017 using a technique called muon tomography, measures about 30 meters long and is located above the Grand Gallery. While the exact purpose of the void remains unclear, its discovery has reignited speculation about the existence of hidden chambers within the pyramid, and has prompted further research into the structure's internal layout. These technological advances have allowed archaeologists to explore the pyramids in ways that were unimaginable just a few decades ago. By combining traditional excavation methods with cutting-edge technology, scholars are gaining a deeper understanding of how these ancient monuments were built and how they have survived for millennia. Modern exploration and the ongoing quest for knowledge. The exploration of the pyramids is far from over. Despite centuries of study, there is still much to learn about these ancient structures. Each new discovery, whether it be a hidden chamber, a new understanding of the construction techniques, or the identification of artifacts, adds to our knowledge of ancient Egypt and the people who built these monumental tombs. In recent years, there has been a renewed focus on the lives of the workers who built the pyramids. Archaeologists have uncovered new evidence of workers' villages, including homes, bakeries, and medical facilities, providing a more complete picture of the society that supported these monumental construction projects. The study of human remains, tools, and everyday objects found at these sites has revealed important details about the health, diet, and working conditions of the laborers who dedicated their lives to building the Pharaohs' eternal resting places. The use of advanced imaging techniques has also allowed researchers to digitally unroll ancient papyrus scrolls that were previously too fragile to open. These texts provide a wealth of information about the logistics of pyramid construction, including records of labor, materials, and food supplies. Such discoveries have shed light on the complex bureaucracy and planning that went into building the pyramids, revealing that the construction process was a highly organized state-sponsored effort involving thousands of workers. As more discoveries are made, our understanding of the pyramids continues to evolve. The study of the Great Pyramids has not only deepened our knowledge of ancient Egypt, but has also had a lasting impact on modern science, encouraging the development of new technologies and methods for exploring the past. The pyramids have become a symbol of the enduring quest for knowledge, inspiring scientists, historians, and explorers to continue searching for answers to the mysteries of the ancient world. The influence of the pyramids on popular culture. The allure of the pyramids extends beyond the realm of academia. Their timeless mystique has made them a central figure in popular culture, inspiring everything from novels and films to music and video games. The pyramids are often depicted as symbols of mystery, power, and the unknown, capturing the imagination of people across generations. Countless films, both fictional and documentary, have centered on the pyramids, weaving tales of hidden treasures, ancient curses, and secret knowledge. In literature, the pyramids have been the backdrop for stories of adventure and exploration, often symbolizing mankind's quest for immortality or the search for lost civilizations. In addition to their presence in fiction, the pyramids have become symbols of human achievement and endurance. They stand as a testament to what can be accomplished through ingenuity, determination, and collaboration, and their influence can be seen in the design of modern monuments and structures around the world. The enduring fascination with the pyramids is a reflection of their timeless appeal and their role as a bridge between the ancient and modern worlds. The future of pyramid exploration. As technology continues to advance, the future of pyramid exploration looks promising. The use of artificial intelligence, robotics, and other emerging technologies holds the potential to unlock even more of the pyramid's secrets. Remote-controlled drones and robotic explorers may soon be able to access areas of the pyramids that are too dangerous or inaccessible for human researchers, providing new perspectives on these ancient monuments. Archaeologists are also exploring new ways to use non-invasive techniques, such as 3D scanning and digital reconstruction, to study the pyramids without causing damage to their delicate structures. These techniques allow researchers to create detailed models of the pyramids and their surrounding complexes, offering new insights into how they were built and how they functioned within the broader landscape of ancient Egypt. While much has been learned about the pyramids, there is still much to discover. Each new piece of information brings us closer to understanding the full story of these remarkable structures and the civilization that created them. The Great Pyramids of Giza remain one of the most important archaeological sites in the world, and their exploration will undoubtedly continue to captivate scientists and historians for generations to come. As we reach the end of this journey through ancient Egypt, we are left in awe of the Great Pyramids, monuments that stand as a testament to the ingenuity, devotion, and vision of a civilization that sought to transcend death and touch the divine. These remarkable structures, built over 4,500 years ago, have withstood the ravages of time, inspiring countless generations to wonder at their scale, precision, and purpose. The Great Pyramids were more than just tombs for the pharaohs. They were physical manifestations of the Egyptians' belief in eternal life, their deep connection to the cosmos, and their desire to maintain harmony and order in the universe. Every stone, every carefully aligned angle, and every sacred inscription within these monuments was part of a grand design to ensure that the pharaohs, who were seen as living gods, would ascend to the stars and rule alongside the divine forces for all eternity. But the story of the pyramids is not just one of kings and gods. It is also the story of the thousands of workers, artisans, engineers, and architects who dedicated their lives to constructing these magnificent structures. Their expertise, organization, and craftsmanship are what made the pyramids possible, and their legacy lives on in the grandeur of these monuments. Through their hands, the pyramids became symbols of the incredible human capacity for collaboration, creativity, and endurance. Today, the Great Pyramids continue to inspire wonder and curiosity. They are not just relics of a distant past, but living reminders of humanity's ability to dream big and accomplish the seemingly impossible. They have stood as silent witnesses to the passage of millennia, preserving the history, beliefs, and achievements of the ancient Egyptians. Even as modern technology allows us to delve deeper into their mysteries, the pyramids retain their aura of mystique, reminding us that there are still questions left unanswered. The Great Pyramids are more than just architectural wonders. They are bridges between the ancient and modern worlds. As we continue to explore their secrets, we are reminded of our shared human desire to understand the universe, to leave a legacy, and to reach beyond the confines of our mortal existence. The pyramids stand as a timeless symbol of the power of human imagination and the enduring pursuit of knowledge. And so, as we conclude our journey through the building of the Great Pyramids, we carry with us a deeper appreciation for the people who built them, the society that supported them, and the timeless legacy they have left behind. The pyramids remain one of the greatest achievements in human history, an eternal masterpiece of art, science, and spirituality that will continue to inspire awe for generations to come.